everyone. Thank you so much for joining us as the Virtual Sports Technician 2021. I'm so excited to present this next panel. I'm joined today with the Deputy CEO of the World Cup 2022, Ricardo Trad, also known as Baca, Omri Bitan, Head of Sports Business Group at Deloitte Israel, and Yossi Sharabi, the CEO of the Israel Football Association. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I will leave the stage for Omri. Omri, the stage is yours. Thank you one more time.
Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us, Baca and Yossi. We have I think a good variety of interesting topics to discuss, but maybe before we get into the specific topics, I'll let Yossi have a moment to welcome Ricardo to the STM.
Yes, hello Ricardo. First of all, it's very nice to meet you, and we are very glad to. Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, thank you very much to receive me here. I'm very proud to be here and to talk with you and to discuss this amazing project here.
Thank you very much. I think it's a good opportunity for us to explore a bit of what's going on in the worldwide of the football, and to have some of your insight due to your experience. Where is the football field is going? What's going to be in the world of football? Because we have a lot of changes now in the world, technology and so on. And it's a good opportunity to understand from your point of view and your, with your knowledge and your experience, what do you think is going to happen in the global world concerning football. So I'm very happy that you are with us and sharing your knowledge with us.
Okay, then don't worry about this. I'm here to help and to support your event. We are very happy. Again, I said, let's start and to discuss about this amazing project, as I said.
Okay, so Ricardo, I think we all know, and we were just talking about some of the figures before we came on air about how every World Cup is getting bigger and more expensive and more prestigious. After you've been involved in previous international events, what do you expect from the Qatar Games, from the 2022 World Cup, and what can we expect from it?
Yeah, I expect, to be honest with you, I'm very happy to be here since 4 months ago. And I expect it to be innovative, sustainable. It is impressive how they are trying to do this here, and I'm proud to be the Deputy CEO Operations here, because we have also a Deputy CEO Corporative here. But one of the most important things here that we are expecting also, it's the most compact project that I ever worked, because it will be in a small city, and it's a challenge. I will discuss this later on, but also, it's one thing that's so important, that's before the COVID pandemic is the first, I think it will be the first time that we will receive all the world in a country. The Olympics last year, we have no public at the stadiums, but now we have all the people here in Qatar arriving here, and it's one important thing that we are expecting to receive a lot of people here. Is the second World Cup to be held in Asia, but the first one in the Middle East. That's a challenge, and we are very proud to be. I said to my employees here, my volunteers during my lectures here, saying, hey, you are part of an historic event, and maybe in the future will not be a part of this again, because we have no age to do this, me mainly, but it's nice because it's the first ever World Cup in the Middle East. Qatar is just 4 flights, our flight from 2 billion people. That's so important that 2 billion people could reach Qatar in 4-hour flights. That's so important for us to receive. And also to explore another countries here in this region. I think this is one important thing also, because we are small, our frontier, our borders here are are easy to access Dubai or other countries nearby, then it will be nice also to receive these people here. And to be honest, we have 450 million people in the Middle East who have a passion for football. That's so important. This Qatar size also will enable us to have a compact event with 75 kilometers between the stadiums. It's never happened. Maybe in when we started the World Cup in Montevideo in 1930, we have a city receiving a World Cup, but here it's the shortest distance is 5 kilometers between the stadiums. We are rating more than 1 million fans all over the world for all the 28 days. Of course, they will not arrive at the same period, but fans will be able to explore here a lot of cultural sites. It's impressive how they have this here ready. And also it will be a legacy to the people that will know Qatar more. And I will give an example from Russia. The people are saying, Russia has the World Cup that opened the door of the country for the entire world. Sometimes we are saying it's very difficult to travel to Russia. Now we could have tourism in Russia. I went later on with my family to St. Petersburg. It's a nice place. It's a nice city that it's unmissable. You need to be there because of the World Cup. And now I love Russia and I love it more. And that's one thing that we are investing here. The country are invested here. Also, we have the fan could watch 2 matches per day. That's so important. We are expecting this. We have 4 matches a day, and because of the compactness of the project, the fan at least he could watch 2 matches per day. That's difficult. Also, that's easier thing. Also for the teams, they will rest more because they want to stay only one team-based camp, not to travel around the country as in my World Cup in Brazil, that a team could remains in Salvador, for example, as Germany, but they must travel to Rio de Janeiro and then return to your base camp. Here, no, we will stay in the same, and then we have more time to rest. That's so important for the players. Also, in November and December, now we are in November, and you held the Arab Cup now. The temperature here, the weather here is so nice, 15 to 24 degrees, and then it's ideal for fans and for the players. That's it. That's we expected from this World Cup here.
Okay, thank you for the elaborate discussion. So I think we were going to touch on this earlier, but I think you touched on this in one of your sentences. So I do want to maybe go a bit deeper. So Qatar is, as you said, a relatively small country compared to many of the previous World Cup hosts. So where do you see the challenges in such a country hosting such a mega event like the World Cup?
Yeah, well, I could say it's a challenge, really a challenge. It's not a problem for us. Of course, you have one challenge. For example, you have in the same environment, the fans crossing the road, and maybe it could be a challenge to have some Argentinians and Brazilians crossing the same road after the match, Brazil and Argentina, or after the match, England against Holland and so on. This one are the challenges, maybe the traffic and so on during this World Cup. But as I said before, the challenges are here. We are prepared to solve this. We are working very close with the security people here and also our security areas of operations and also transportation. We have the metro ready. It's not in construction. We have a metro, nice, amazing metro here, system of metro here, totally ready. 6 out of 8 stadiums has the possibility to use metros. The other ones, we could have more shuttle buses, but of course we have a lot of space and we built some parking space very well here. And then we are, to be honest, of course, we have a test now for the Arab Cup. We already sold 30,000 tickets for the opening match, Qatar against Bahrain. But of course, we are we are prepared and to test this during the Arab Cup. We have a lot of Saudi Arabians coming here also, and then we have shuttle buses from the border to here. We have totally control on this. This is a compact country, but they have the control on this. And to be honest, they are preparing this from the last 10 years. I was consultant for them during 2015. I went here 7 times, and I know that they are preparing since now. And to be honest, they have now one advantage that we haven't in Brazil, for example. They have all the stadiums ready, now ready. Only one is 1 month more. At the end of December, we have this. One year from the World Cup, we have all the stadiums ready, and almost of them tested, and also you test again during the Arab Cup. This is one thing very different because we are prepared on this stage. In Brazil, and we received, for example, Maracanã, we tested Brazil against England, but only 10 days before the Confederations Cup. It's not so fair. It's difficult for the operational team. As we inaugurated a home, for example, and then we have to inaugurate it, and the day of the inauguration, of course, we will face problems with energy, with water, and with the flow and so on. Here we will not have this because all will be tested. That's the challenge, but also it's the advantage to have this in the same city. Of course, we have here some, for example, the MMC. For the first time, we have the main media center. As in the Olympics, normally it's the Stadium Media Center in Maracanã, the Stadium Media Center in Salvador or in Belo Horizonte. Now we have the main media center. Of course, we have also Stadium Media Centers, but we have a main media centers together with the IBC, the International Broadcasting Center. It's a nice location here in Qatar and in Doha. And this is another good issue to have only one city with us. And also to have the people working, for example, if I have my team working in a stadium and I need to reinforce the team for the other stadium, I could send my team on today to reinforce the team for tomorrow because we are in the same environment, the same city. That's the challenges and the advantage to be in a compact city like Doha to have this event. Of course, only one airport is a challenge, but it's to be honest, this year they were nominated. They was nominated the best airport of the world. It's a huge airport and a lot of capacity, and we have also some dedicated terminals to receive the players terminal, the VIPs terminal, the VVIPs terminal, and the fans. And then we have a lot of opportunities here to treat well the spectators since they arrived here. That's the challenge, but also is the advantage of this.
Okay, thank you. Yossi, I want to maybe pass the ball to you because I know the issue of being more prominent in the international football community and maybe even hosting big events is also on the agenda of the Israeli FA. So how do you see the challenge for a country like Israel?
Yeah, so first of all, I'm a little bit envy. I'm hearing back about what's going on in Qatar, and I'm a bit envy. But of course, in Israel, we are hoping that we will be able to host many different kind of events that are going to be under responsibility of UEFA and FIFA. We're just now in the middle of the preparation for the tournament of under 17 that's going to take place in Israel in next May 22. We remember very well in Israel the tournament, the championship of under 21 that was held in Israel in 2013, and it was an amazing tournament with a lot of spectators, and till now, even though we are 8 years later, people are talking in Israel about this tournament, which means that in Israel, each time that we have some kind of international football event, because there are so many people that love football in Israel, that comes for the events of football. And so anytime that we have some kind of football events in Israel, you can see a lot of people are running, buying tickets, and want to watch, because we are talking about the most popular sports in Israel with a lot of fans. So hopefully we will be able. This is one of our goals. We will be able to host more and more and more different kind of events, sports events, football events, specifically in Israel, where there is a seminar, congress, of course, a friendly match, whatever. And I think this is one of the ways, one of the means to make people more engaged with football, and to make football more powerful, not as only as a fun game, not as an entertainment, but also as very influential means socially, educationally. So in Israel, one of our goals, one of our strategic goals, is to be able to host more and more international events in different kind of level. This is one of the reasons that we are now also we applied for the bid for the final of the champions of the conference league as well. So we know how important it is for the football and for the country that hosts as well at the same time.
Mhm. Okay, good. I'm looking forward and hoping that we'll be able to see such events coming to Israel in the very near future.
And we're encouraging as well. We're encouraging also private from private sectors. There's different kind of initiatives that come from Israel, and people of different kind of agencies that trying to bring to Israel events, and we are totally support this kind of phenomena. So from our point of view, it's not only that if the IFA is the one who's taking the responsibility, even if it's coming from the private sector, we embrace it as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I want to maybe pivot now to more since we are here in the Sports Tech Nation Summit, maybe talk a bit more about the technology side of things, and pass back to you, Baka, about how you see technology evolving around the FIFA World Cup, and how do you see the game changing with technologies in the coming years?
It's impressive, and it's good for me because to compare, because 7 years ago I was in Brazil working in the World Cup and in the Confederations Cup and so on, and a lot of things progressed so quickly on technology. I will show you one image here just for you to know. We are now in our MOC, the main operations center. All technologies are included here. We have the IPCC, the center of our technology here in this building also. Here, of course, if you compare, for example, one comparison easy is the 5G connections that we have here in Qatar, a nice connection, and it's expanding a lot. The security now, for example, to do the background check in Brazil, we suffered a lot with a lot of funds arriving, and the technology to do all of this here is more easier now. We have now this challenge of COVID, and now we have some apps to enter the stadium. We need to show here the ETRAS. The ticket now will be digital. It's not more, it's a technology innovation, it will be digital. When you approach the stadium as a security reason, then the ticket will be validated with Bluetooth connections in the surroundings of the stadiums. That's not happening in Brazil, and poses a problem for us, for example, in the one match in Maracanã, that some people approach the stadium without the ticketing, and then he tried to invade the Maracanã stadium and so on. Now we have this facility, the tickets are digital. The stadiums, we will not use this because of the weather now, but all the stadiums here are totally with air conditioning. It's nice in the summer. I went here in the summer to see some matches because we have the possibility to make comfortable to the players and and also for the fans to stay on the stadiums. We will imagine that we will have some open stadiums with air conditioning. Another innovation here, it's not an innovation, but it's the difference between my past background, and my background is also from technology. I am a technical system analysis, and I could compare well the needs of backup power in Brazil. And a lot of generators are in Russia, but now the quality of the power, the backup power here, we don't need to have a lot of generators. Of course, we will keep this for television, we will keep the backup power for the LED system, but not for the entire system. We could use the energy of the country to support the backup. This was not possible in the past. This system of VAR system, the VAR system from technology to show if we have really the goal or to solve some doubts in the game, as is usually, for example, in volleyball, we are using now, and it will be an innovation here. Of course, the majority of countries are always already using this, but that's some things that we have this, for example, we have another challenge here. We have the Fan ID, as we have in Russia. I applied for, I was a fan in Russia, and I applied for a Fan ID in Russia. And the people here to be here need to have the Fan ID, the ETRAS, and the digital ticket, and 3 apps to enter the stadium. It's not easy, but it's the innovation. It's the reality of the technology here. We are trying to merge this for only one app. Maybe it will be the result later on, but now it's the challenge that we have here. But it's nice. Technology is one nice part of here. This city has to have the control of security. They installed CCTVs in all parts of the city. It's very easy to understand where are the people and what they are doing. It's a safe environment. It's very impressive. I'm living here, and I'm loving to live here in Doha. It's a nice city, amazing city, very safe, and you will be prepared to receive the fans.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Sounds very important, very interesting. I think we are pretty much nearing the end of our time. So first of all, I want to thank you both for participating, and maybe I'll leave if anybody has any final remarks.
I have very fast. It's not but it's first to invite all of you to be here for the World Cup next year. It will be an amazing event, and I'm inviting you to be here. It's unmissable. I think you must be here to watch this World Cup. I'm sure that it will be nice. Another issue here, another thing here, just to make to point out, is that we have some outstanding stadiums. It's nice how they are so beautiful and so operational. Not only beautiful, but so operational, ready to operate a match, ready in technology, ready in flows, and ready in the best pitch of the world, and ready to be, for example, some of them are modular. One of them is totally with containers. Stadium 974, they changed the name yesterday because the 974 is the code, international code, phone code from Qatar, and also is the number of containers used to build the stadium. And then these stadiums with modular things will be donated for some Arab countries nearby, and the remaining stadiums here will be used for football fans, of course, but also to be hospitals, schools, mosques, and even hotels that we are building. Then the legacies and sustainability on this will be so nice. Come here. That's my final message.
We look forward to coming here. We'll and we'll make sure to hold on to your contact when we get to getting tickets.
Thank you very much, Becca, and have a lot of success in running this amazing event. And hopefully we're going to be there. Hopefully.